All right, what's up, everybody? Hey, back with another day of showing you how I'm going to build my food plan for the day so that I can make sure to hit my caloric and my macronutrient goals. Make sure I get all my proteins, carbs, and fats. I build these every day, anyways, on an app called My Macros Plus. So I thought, why not record these, throw them up on YouTube, and maybe help somebody else figure out how to do theirs as well. So do me a favor, if you find this to be helpful, please hit like on it. Maybe even the subscribe button while you're here. And also, please check out the website I just launched. It's cheapofitness.com. This is where I spend my time digging through Amazon looking for fitness-specific deals, discounts, coupon codes, sales, basically anything that'll help you save a few bucks while you're trying to stay fit. Cheapofitness.com, link in the description down below. Let's go ahead and get started on today's plan. So I've just about completed all of today's plan. Let me turn this a little bit so I've got a place to put the thing. I've done most of today's plan already. We're just going to build the last couple of pieces together. And so let's take a look at what we've done here so far. Now, of course, if you watched my previous video, you know I've got a 3-step system to building my plans. First step is every day or every time that I'm doing some meal prepping, I want to have some sort of staples in my daily plan. Staples are things that I will do the same every single day, that I don't have to think about, well, what am I going to eat at this particular time? How much of that thing am I going to eat? So something that is more consistent. This is a go-to. This is something that you can count on. For me, my staples are my pre and my post-workout plans. In fact, if we take a look here, I've scrolled down to the pre-workout and post-workout. So they're my staples because I've always got a whey protein drink on them. I don't have to think about it. I know what's going in there. So right now it's the IsoPure apple protein. And I'm going to tell you guys what, I know that whenever I started taking that apple protein, I made a video and basically said, I'm not sure if I'm going to like this. The idea of doing apple drinks that often was a little bit, it felt overwhelming. It's turned out probably be one of my favorite protein drinks that I've had in a long, long time. Not just because of the taste, but the solubility of it is really nice too. I need that to be blended into basically water. And so loving the apple protein. And post-workout here, some more apple protein whey drink and some gummy bears for a post-workout energy boost, turning that into some glucose to burn off. So with that, my second step is, my 3 steps is, if I have something I'm craving, if I have something I'm wanting, if I wake up this morning and say, I want Lucky Charms. Now, I don't have any Lucky Charms here, but if I did, this is where you would add in your cravings if you've got any. The reason you're going to do this before you actually build your plan is you want to make sure to force those in. You want to make sure to get them whenever you can make them work. If you build your whole plan and then try to put your cravings in, you're probably not going to get those cravings because they're probably not going to fit at that point. So put them in here if you've got any. So if you want a ding dong, a Twinkie, an oatmeal cream pie, a Pop-Tart, ice cream, whatever it is, put a serving of that in here and then go to step 3, which is now just build your food plan for the day, that's what we're going to do right now. So far what I've got happening here is I've built my breakfast. My breakfast this morning was a cup of liquid egg whites, 1 regular egg, and a cup of chicken bone broth. You can see here 41 grams of protein and 4 grams of fat. For my lunch, I did a bowl of chili. Now, I'm going to tell you what, here's what sucks about chili. I love chili. I love chili a lot, but it is so stinking high in fat if you make it with like the chili brick. So I had to be very careful how I measured out my chili, because you have to measure the ingredients that you put into it and then figure out how much of that you're going to eat at any particular time, measuring it by gram. So for 300 grams of chili, it was about 35 grams of fat. Now, originally, I had about 400 grams of chili, and it was about 40 grams of fat. And the problem there is I only get like 60 grams of fat a day. So with 1 serving of chili, I was going to take out essentially 80% of my fat allotment for the day, so I had to pull it back a little bit. But I could have ate a lot more if I was so inclined and not worried about the numbers. So for dinner, what I've done here is meal 5. Meal 5 was the shredded chicken, some Greek non-flavored, non-fat yogurt, some broccoli, and some baked beans. Those are the vegetarian baked beans that are no fat from Bush's. So that was meal 5, and I had a bag of Uncle Ben's Minute Rice as well. And then for snacks, here's what I've done so far today. I've had a bag of the protein chips, and I had a wellness wrap. That's a deli chicken wrap with some fat-free cheddar cheese and a frozen fruit bar. It's just all carbs, 15 grams of carbs, nothing else in it. So with all of that being said, this has left us in a position where here's what we need to do. We need to finish out the plan, but we need to think about how to do this correctly, because if we look at the numbers at the top, this is where we're going to assess. You're always looking at the numbers when you're building these plans. And right now, what I am seeing here is 360 total calories remaining. That's until I hit my limit. So basically, that's as far as I can go. So I've got that that's remaining, and I'm pretty high in carbs here. So I want to probably get another 200 calories here. I don't want to burn necessarily all 360. I don't need to do that, but another 200 calories would be good. And I really need to concentrate on probably carbs first, and then let's see where that leaves the protein. So for carbs, I'm thinking of something like I just want to add in another frozen fruit bar, because that's all carbs. That's all that it is. So let's change the frozen fruit bar volume from 1 to 2. It's going to give me 15 more grams of carbs there. Now I'm down to 300 exactly. And so what else can I do here? I'm trying not to really add too much more food in for the day, because I'm fine with kind of like the amount that I have eaten. So I want to go try to be lean here, right? I don't want to get too much more crazy. Something that's predominant. You know what? How about a banana? I think that I haven't had a banana in a long time, and I've got me some nanners. Oops. So let me go to the customs. Let's do a nanner, and I got some medium-sized ones here, if I recall. Let me see. Oh, it's not in there. Oh, how about that? So I need to add it. So let's do an ad. Wow, we haven't done this in a while. I had to add a custom food. No, I don't want to do a custom food. It's been so long that I don't quite remember how to do it. Search food. That's what I'm doing. So let's do a... No, let's not do banana. I changed my mind. Let's do a... how about a Jello or a pudding? We still have some Jello or pudding in there. Let's take a look. And this is part of what's going to happen when you build these plans. There's a vanilla pudding. 17 grams of carbs. Perfect. Well, that's kind of high on fat, but I'll survive. Put that as my snack. 100 more calories off. Now I'm 200 calories down. And just to get a little bit more protein, you know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to add another thing of protein chips. Let's do that. Let me scroll down to the snacks. Go from 1 bag to 2 bags. It's going to put me over on fat by just a little bit, but also on my protein, and my carbs are looking good. So 63 calories remaining. I'm fine with this number. Even though I went over on my fat just a little bit, the calories look good. So the way that we had to approach this one was a pretty standard one. Starting off the day was fairly light on fat, but we turned around and did something pretty heavy fat for the chili on the lunch. What you do earlier in the day will dictate what you end up having to do later in the day. So by introducing that much fat into the middle of the day, I know that the end of my day is going to be struggling to maintain my fat levels. And as you can see, we end up going over just a little bit. So you have to keep that in mind when you're building these plans, is the way that you start your days is going to determine the way that you end your days. So, but overall, good looking day. I'm fine with all of this here. Looking forward to going into the weekend and figuring out what I'm going to eat for the weekend. No cheats are planned for this weekend, so it should be a pretty tight one. And so, again, My Macros Plus, it's a great app. I'm going to put a link in the description down below to both of the app stores, iOS and Android. Pick it up for a couple of bucks. Well worth it if it helps you stay consistent. If you found this video to be helpful, please hit like on it, maybe even the subscribe, and check out cheapofitness.com. Help you save a few bucks while you're trying to stay fit. Thanks all so much for watching. We'll see you on tomorrow's video. Peace out.